What up, everybody? Welcome back to Music Blueprint. I'm just going to get to the chase. Today, we are going over certain TikToks that are viral and why did they go viral. I'm going to be using some off of my page. Obviously, if you're new to our page, you probably don't know that my jam is TikTok. I love TikTok. It's been my biggest thing for the last, honestly, couple of years, but really big in the last year or so. And I wanted to show you guys kind of behind the scenes on why certain videos of mine have done really, really well. It's hard to kind of figure out the TikTok algorithm of like what does well and what doesn't do well. Like a lot of times when I talk with my other like TikTok friends, they're like, sometimes I think, man, this is the one, it's going to do well. And then other times I post a video, I think they're going to do well, and then they don't do well. And then other times I post a video being like, this is just an average video, and then it does really well. So sometimes it's a little bit unexplainable, but I think with these three that I picked, which are my top 3 videos on TikTok, I think the lowest one has 7 million views. I think I have it kind of figured out why that happened. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to pull up these videos here. Hopefully it'll show on the camera, and maybe I'll turn up the volume on this a little bit so you guys can actually hear it. And here we go. This is the one that Lauren and I did. And this is probably my biggest viral video. It has 14 million views on it. 2.7 million likes, 15.8 thousand comments, and 21.5 thousand shares. That's insanity. So here we go. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands, will they make me a sinner? Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Dang, that video slays. Okay, not to toot my own horn, but toot too, and Lauren too. Like Lauren crushed that. So ironically, the behind the scenes of this video, actually, Lauren and I had done this video before, about, I want to say like 6 months prior, when she first came to my house and lived with me for a bit. We were like, oh, we should do River and like do our own rendition of it. And so we did that. And at the time I had maybe 200,000 on TikTok. She had 800,000. And I posted it on my page. It got about maybe like 2-3 million views. And then she posted it on hers and it got like 13 million views, which was crazy. And that we were like, great. Well, then she was at my house for 3 months. She left and then she came back and stayed for a few weeks. And we were driving to a friend's and we were wanting to sing. And she goes, why don't we I think it was me actually. I think I was like, why don't we remake that River video? Because that video did so well for her. She's like, oh my gosh, that's such a great idea. And so we remade it, and that was this video. And it ended up becoming a trend on TikTok where people started acting like us and lip singing to us and acting like basically they were us. And then a lot of people thought they were the ones actually singing. So ironically, the most viewed video isn't even my video. It's two girls lip singing to us, and everybody thinks it's them. And that video has like 20 million views. So almost every video, when you look at the soundbite on this, has at least like the top 10 videos. I think the lowest one has 1 million views on it. It's crazy. And then I started duetting these videos, and it just was like, again, started putting me back in the algorithm. So, but one thing I want to talk about is, on the singer side, why this video did well is because, one, Lauren and I kept it simple, but we also had our like moments, right? So, and we didn't overcomplicate it, right? So we started in unison, like I don't know what key this is. Shut your mouth and run me like a river, right? Together. And then we alternated. We went, I went, shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Then Lauren went, holy hands, will they make me a sin? And then she hit it with that run, Night, right? Everybody flipped out over that. And then we sing it together, like a river, like a river. And then we kept singing it together, and then I hit it with a run at the end. So what's funny about this video is there's no harmony part. Not a single harmony, which is crazy because people love harmonies, and that's good and all. But the problem is a lot of people don't know harmony. So if you don't know harmony, just keep it simple, fool. Like, don't overcomplicate it. Like, a lot of times when Lauren and I do content videos with other people, they're like, yeah, I know harmony. And then we sing it and we listen back to the video and that person's harmony was off and it ruined the whole video. Like, it's better to just sing unison together and alternate parts of like who's singing when, right? Like, Lauren took her part, I took my part. And we just ripped and slayed it, and it was great. Also, car videos seem to do really well on our pages, on both me and Lauren's. Obviously, at the top of this video, you can see it says, participating in this activity could result in you or others getting hurt, because I was driving while we were singing. But one of the things about this video, that another reason why it did so well, is because all the comments, there were multiple things that people were talking about. So they were talking about Lauren's voice, her singing run on Sinner. Then they were talking about my voice at the big note at the end. Then they were talking about, why are you driving? That's so dangerous. So like all the comments were like, you shouldn't be driving. You shouldn't be doing this, right? And then also it became like a trend, and people started not duetting it, but using the sound bite. So that was a big reason as well. So, but again, on the singing wise, we kept it simple. It's set up in a car. We used, I think, Lauren's phone or my phone for the Bluetooth to run the karaoke track through the car, and we used her phone to record it. And that's all she wrote, you guys. It's not too much of rocket science other than that. So again, don't overcomplicate it. If you can't sing harmony, don't sing harmony. Just be like, yo, I can't sing harmony. Like, don't fake what you can't do. Just stay in your lane. Okay, here we go. Here's another video. And this is this is my first video. I think it was my first, maybe my second. This might've been my first or second video that went viral on my own. Like, nobody was in the video. I mean, in this video, somebody's in the video, but you can't see them. And they didn't have a big following. So it was really because of how I shot it and how I did it. Like the other videos of mine that were doing really well at the time, it was like me and Lauren were in the videos together. So I couldn't really figure out, were people following me because they thought I was Lauren, or were they following me because they were following me? So it was hard to like decipher in the beginning, but this was one of the first videos that did well without her. And so I was like, oh, okay, people are actually following me for me, which was a nice little encouragement thing. But here we go. This is a longer one too. Gotta stay high. I didn't even sing the right way to sing the song either. Okay, so the most important thing about this video and why it did well was because I acted like there was somebody in the stairwell singing, and I just serendipitously pulled out my phone and sang with them. Now, I'm not going to say that's not what happened, but I'm not going to say that's not what happened. The point of the story is that at any moment, you should be ready to pull out your phone and sing with somebody. Sing on the street, sing wherever. People love when it's really organic, and they love when it's like, I don't know, like out of the ordinary. Like, that's very out of the ordinary. Like, I'm in a stairwell, somebody had just walked by me, and I'm like, oh, somebody's singing in the stairwell. I'm a singer too. Like, let me sing with this person, right? So it was like this whole like naturally looking organic moment. Now, you can fake those moments, and a lot of people do on TikTok. It's always better to not fake those moments, but you definitely can stage it a little bit to do that. part of the comments, again, it's all about the comments of why you get boosted in the algorithm. If people start hella commenting on your video, it's going to boost you in the algorithm, whether or not, TikTok wants to or not. Like right now I'm really shadow banned, but some of my videos are still doing well because people are just blowing up my comments and the algorithm can't do anything about it. So in these comments, one, people were like, oh my gosh, this sounds amazing. I can't believe this happens so like randomly, right? Like people were really feeding into the random part. Then people started commenting, this is how I met your mother. Like me and this guy basically meet in a stairwell, and they started creating this whole love story about us of saying, oh my gosh, they're going to fall in love. This is Taylor Swift's love story. Like all of these things, which is so funny because my boyfriend just like laughs about it. I told my boyfriend about it and he was like, whatever gets the views, babe. And I was like, are you upset that people were thinking I was in love with another person? And he goes, whatever gets the views. That's so funny. That's the kind of person you want to be with, by the way, when you're in this line of work. So anyways, let's look at the likes. There's 1.6 million likes. There's only like 7,500 comments, but this video has I think it's like 7.7 million views right now. And I haven't even gone back through and re-commented to people in a while on this video. So I'm sure if I tomorrow went through and started re-commenting to people, I would probably get like another million views on it. Just that's the little hack as well of commenting on your videos that did well, commenting to people like 2 weeks later, and that will reboost you in the algorithm. What was the other thing also I didn't really belt this. I mean, there's so many flaws in this video too, which I think people like, is I sang it wrong. The ending is supposed to be gotta stay high, all alive. I don't know. There's a different ending to the chorus. It's like, to forget I'm missing you. Woo, right? That's what it's supposed to be. But I didn't know what I was singing, so I just sang the same thing as the beginning of the chorus. And people didn't even seem to care. I thought people would have commented that too, like, oh, she sang the wrong lyrics or whatever. But nobody really cared about that. They only cared about the fact that I was singing with a stranger in a stairwell and that person I might be in love with. That's basically it. And the guy singing, he's not really a singer. He's a guitar player. So he was really nervous about singing. And he was like, I can't sing harmony or anything. And I said, well, sing melody. And that's what he did. So again, we kept it simple. Don't overcomplicate things. That's the key. So that's another one. Then this one, this is my favorite one I did. I think actually this is the first one that did really well without anybody else in my video. So here we go. Let me rewind this. One more time. Okay, so this video, there's a few things going on in this one. One, this used to be a trend. This was a trend on TikTok for a really long time. I didn't really take part in the trend when it happened. I was still kind of new to TikTok. And so a friend of mine on Instagram actually sent me somebody doing this. And she's like, oh my gosh, you should do this. And I was like, man, I never really got to do that. Why not? And so I saved the video and was like, when I'm making content, I'm going to do this video. So I was actually at the studio in Miami and nobody was there yet. And it was just me in the studio by myself. And I was like, oh, I should make some videos because I need some content for this week. And I was like, oh yeah, she did this video. So I took a little video shot of, Demi Lovato singing that song, her music video. And then I honestly mimicked how the girl did it. I laid down on the couch and I sang, and then the acoustics in here were so amazing, so echoey and reverby. It made my voice sound really, really good. I sang it okay. I mean, I remember when I sang it, I was like, this isn't perfect. like I could sing this 10 more times and like really perfect it. I really only did 2 takes. And I ended up posting the other take, and the other take did really well. Also, I think that one got 3 million views. So, but neither one of them were perfect. And I think that's a really key thing to point out, because a lot of times we want to do videos over and over and over again. And I sing this note wrong and this note wrong. And like, I just want to get it right. And 9 times out of 10, your first take was probably the best take. But also, people want to grow with you, and they don't want to see that you're perfect all the time. Like, yeah, perfect's cool. And like, if you can see crazy runs, that's cool too. Like, I'm not knocking that. But people also want to see that you're human, and they enjoy watching a human who's infallible do something cool that was infallible, if that makes sense. So anyway, so the key points are, it was a trend. The trend was long gone, and I like brought it back. So that's a key thing too. Like, if you miss a trend and you're like, man, I never got to that trend, that's okay. You can post it later, like a month after the trend, and that video will do well because now it's not saturated by everybody doing that trend. So sometimes with certain trends, I will post them and then they don't do that well when I posted them during the trend thing, because I didn't post it early enough with the trend. And then about 2 months later, I'll repost it and then it will do well. Like, there's a video of Lauren and I, and it was, 2 friends. Everybody has a friend that's like, one's really emotional and then the other one's not emotional at all, but they're best friends, right? And I posted a video like that. When I did it with the trend, it didn't do that well. It maybe got like 10,000 views. Then I did it 3 months after the trend, and it got 300,000 views. So again, don't worry too much about trends. Just know that you can regurgitate content, because as your following is growing, not everybody has seen all your videos. So like, a lot of times I will repost these videos and be like, oh, so thankful that you guys blew this up or whatever. And every time I post this video, it gets minimum 1 million views. So, which is so great. Let's see what people said in the comments. I don't even remember. It's been so long. I think a lot of the comments on this was like, oh, hold on a second. We don't need to hear that again. A lot of the comments were like, I can't believe she's doing this laying down. And then it was like people arguing with other people being like, it's actually easier to sing laying down, and like all this stuff. But yeah, and then a lot of them were just like, amazing, that's cool. So again, like as a singer, you should really try to do these trends. It's really important to do them either during or not during, because they always seem to do well. And then if you get something that has just really excellent acoustics, it's just going to make you sound so much better. Like, I really don't think I sang this that well, but the acoustics made it sound so great. So hopefully that gives you guys some tips on what you should be doing with your own content. Again, perfection is the enemy. Don't let perfection prevent you from posting. It's not worth it, honestly. And Lauren and I talk about this all the time. Like, we'll be like, let's do it again. And then we do it like 3 or 4 times, and we're like, let's just listen to the first one again. And then we listen to the first one, and that one was good enough. So again, people aren't really too worried about you being perfect. And honestly, most people are not musicians, so they don't even know that you messed up. So just keep it moving. Like, don't waste your time trying to sing a video 15 times. Like, it's just not worth it. So anyways, hopefully that helps. I know I already said that, but again, I really do hope it helps. I would definitely get on top of trying these different things on your own social profiles and see if they work for you. I know that they worked for me, and just keeping my ears and eyes open for new trends that are happening and just doing them immediately. Like, immediately. Do not wait to do them. Have a great week. Apply some of these things. Like and subscribe. Share this video, and I will see you next week. Peace.